this one. He is picked up by Lion Esports Club, and there we go. It seems like 5 minutes ago we were thinking Lion Esports Club was going to win and this series would be over. And here we are, 5-10 minutes later at the most, all of a sudden we're in Game 3. Again, the absolute epic comeback from Team USA right there coming through. And game number 3 is officially upon us. Tralfmador is playing the Warbeast, so I was actually going to wonder about that. That probably means he's going to be more of a...
Well, no, I'd say it's still similar roles. It's more of a comfort of the thing Zai's on. I don't want to play it. Zai, a strong and versatile player himself, just going to play the role of Tralf in this game. And Tralf going to be more of Zai's slotting. They are strong and qualified players and able to make it happen.
Yeah, that's true. I was just going to wonder if they're instead going to have a Warbeast jungle, but yeah, not going to happen here. Going to go with the Keeper jungle instead. Just fine with that. And we'll probably see which Slayer end up short top, of course. Aluna Pebbles. Or excuse me. Yeah, Aluna Pebbles. No, what am I saying? Yeah, Aluna Pebbles. Wow. Going to be in the middle lane right there. The Hellhound's trying to get some information. The Hellhound's going to be destroyed. The Elemental is actually created out of the Keeper Tree Dog right there. So several of the minions that were sent out initially by Team USA already spotted out. Actually, even getting them some kills there. So it's a little bit of bounty for the Legion side here. So again, Lions not going away from the Monkey King, despite it ultimately not pulling out a victory last game. But obviously, a lot of things happened that resulted in the ultimate loss there. I don't think it had to do with really the Monkey King in the end, so makes sense why they're going back to it.
I don't know, they still had a very strong lineup. They're still going to play their game in the end. You win some, you lose some. Two teams, whichever team executes their strategy better, of course, a lot of the time, and in between two strong drafts.
Yeah. Also interesting here, they're choosing to go the Torturer Glacius mid, actually, than having the Monkey King sent bottom instead.
It'll be very effective against a melee hero. The problem is it's very vulnerable to ganks, especially if there's a mid hero that can actually make action happen.
Yeah.
Thing is, a hero like Keeper of the Forest isn't. So, unless there's a rune that really catches him off guard or a big play by the lane, expect a lot of pressure to be put onto this Pebbles. So they do have to be careful. They have to apply this aggression early and hard before Pebbles really gets that the damage slash mana pull to combo. Look right there, level 1, already taken down, 200 health. Treater's being burned through, of course. Surplus of regen there for the Aluna, but if she hands it off to the Pebbles, there it is!
One more auto attack, uphill!
Doesn't have the health.
It is going to hit, yep. The uphill attack, so waiting for the miss attack to pop up, but no, it does not. They get the Bloodlust kill. Happened to go off it for a second, but
we were talking about the level 1 aggression, Breaky, and that's exactly it. A lot of people just don't apply the hurt line. When speaking of a dual range lane against a melee, I hear like Pebbles, which can really punish you if you get out of position. Do as much damage as you can before he actually has that capability, because you know they have the Warbeast battle cry on top of it. Additional kill potential there, even though they don't have a gank from the forest.
Still can't believe we're in this game.
Oh, you mean going to Game 3 in the first place?
I'm still thinking back at Game 2, yeah.
And you're just like, oh, get
like
ready.
How, man? Team USA fighting strong and fighting back. But anyways, here we are in game number 3. You see Monkey King applying some good pressure to Warbeast. But yeah, already a big start for Lion Esports Club. So clearly making a point that, hey, you know what happened last game. They're not too phased by it. They're going to move on and try to pick up a victory here now. Rune protection coming up for Glacius. Bottom rune's going to be a haste rune. Looks like Warbeast, actually. Tralf playing that Warbeast. He's going to go pick it up here. I don't know if he's going to get any gank set up necessarily. Not the most efficient ganking hero, but well, instead use it to go back to the bottom lane and try to pick up some more CS against this Monkey King. But also just spamming that battle cry, of course. It's a good laning presence for the team. Scout, it seemed like he'd have a pretty difficult time against Witch Slayer up here at the top lane. And you do see Witch Slayer actually a level 2 power drain decision on top of the level 1 graveyard. So he's even leveling up the power drain first here. Gonna put the second point into graveyard son, of course, but oh, and actually Scout's getting a lot of damage there again, but he'll finally use that vanish. But with that power drain especially, he's not having a whole lot of mana to work with here, Scout.
Yeah, Witchslayer, one of the actual best safe laners when you're actually fighting against the Scout, and they knew that, of course, and going into it. Like that. He's literally just infinitely spam on this Scout. No mana for Vanish. Can't apply the Trickery Harass that he wants to, and
Yeah.
Eyes are farming just fine in the woods here. 277 actually. Keeping directly on pace, even beating out this Tempest right now a little bit. They hit that level 6 before it's an issue that they have a more passive jungler.
Yeah.
How's Beakid recovering in the middle lane? We saw that early kill. Flensmeister. In spite of the kill. Not really thriving. Steel Kid is the one that got the Bloodless kill, and he's 100 up on Peter Pandam, so a lot of where the gold went. He actually didn't buy the bottle for the mid with that Bloodless kill, did he? No.
No.
Sometimes you see that. Support gets the Bloodless kill in the mid lane, actually will pick up the bottle for his lane, just allow him to go straight boots.
Yeah.
But
That's interesting.
give him a couple creep kills right there just to get that rushed bottle and be more efficient. I actually haven't seen too much of that lately, though.
Yeah, it's definitely like this Witchslayer versus Scout matchup, though. I mean, Scout's a pretty powerful suicide hero lately in the competitive scene, but
Can't do anything against the
Witchslayer,
Witch.
yeah, it's a great hero to have against him. As we're seeing here, and look what Scout's doing. He's like, okay, I'm doing nothing at the top lane. I'm gonna come mid instead and try to maybe set up a gank. If anything, get some information here. Gonna run around, maybe even try to counter ward over here. As he runs right by Ward of Sight, but obviously he's in Fizz. We'll check out the Ancients. Happens to find Warbeast all alone. He's going to steal the Ancient. Yes, he is. He steals the Ancient right in front of him. That's going to be frustrating for Warbeast right there, figuring he's like, okay, I'm just going to do Ancients, make use of my time. And then Scout comes out of nowhere. Takes it from him.
It's like, screw this. I'm going to find somewhere I can actually do something. He's back in the middle lane now. Keeper of the Forest, now level 6. This could be devastating. Pebbles can just go poke for a stun. There's an angle, but not going to go for it just yet. He needs to have more confidence. He's still just not being confident in his... Yeah, there it is.
Big turnaround. The root came out. Scout's going for the kill. One more auto tech. No, he goes the wrong direction, actually. Vanished in 3 seconds, but he needs to be careful about getting turned on. Double nice stun from Tempest, but Scout again not thinking about it. Oh, he just wants to stay on the outskirt. He just did not want to risk it. He knows he has Chuck. And with that rev forward, he was exposed, so... Oh... Well played by Team USA, though. Managing to stay alive right there and get a counter kill.
Yeah, I feel like initially they could have tried to poke with that Pebble Stone, but just playing it safe, and in the end it worked out. He survived. Close calls. But exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
Torture now with that death. Pebble's still neck and neck with his farm.
You do see Witchslayer here. Actually putting some pressure onto the tower. Gonna... wait for Scout to come back, which he sees now. He's back into the lane, but we'll take it back with him. Zai is a great start, and especially with that matchup, you expect that to be the case, so
yeah,
look for him to have an earlier on Portal Key even.
Nowadays that silver bullet, too. It's like come back to the lane and pay with your life.
And actually, well, they want to try to set something up. If anything, just pressure the tower here. That's what we're going to see. Keeping hydrated. Got my Gatorade now. Shout out to Pan-Man. Glacius coming in. Gonna assist in thwarting off this effort of pushing the top lane. Even Torture assisting. So, Lion Esports Club making a statement. They do not want this to be a free tower kill by any means. But they also need to be careful not to get caught out by the Witchslayer combo. I mean, what the bottom lane? Monkey King jumping in. Aluna's going to be gone right here. Juan Josep put down. Tap is following suit. Has that elemental void. Not even necessary, though. They get the kill. They get the tower kill. Back to the top lane. It is denied by Lion. So a great swing of momentum right there by Lion Esports Club. Denying the tower as well as getting their own. And then even a hero kill on top of it. Good execution.
Fantastic job.
Monkey King all of a sudden 1,100 plus gold saved up.
Pretty crazy game so far. Both teams having a lot of things that are going in their favor.
Yeah.
Look at this Witchslayer's really playing up there. Scout doing what he can to try to get levels. No anti-invis, so not quite able to box the Scout of experience range. Instead, he's just going to push the tower up fast. I feel like if he just got a Rev Ward and kept creep controlling, could be keeping the Scout down even more. So going to give him a little bit of a chance to get back into the game here. Because they're not going to get any work done in terms of a tower push. It seems irrelevant, but oh, look at the play by Slayer. Didn't actually find the angle though. That's where the look what he was doing there. The electric eye. So see, I just feel like 100 gold would be so worth it.
Yeah. We do got a keeper coming down, but the electric guy is going to spot him coming, so Scott has that information. Bottom lane Metamorphosis activated by Warbeast. Monkey King was the one that initiated right here. It's going to be a...
Just using it as a safety measure and going to go back to the farming game afterwards.
Yep.
How's that Warbeast doing? 213. Let's relate that to the Scout, and they're overall pretty similar footing, similar levels. And
look at this, secondary tower already being pressured now.
yeah, with the Keeper of the Forest, they can definitely do that. Scout's level 6 now, though, so he doesn't need to stick around anymore. He has all he needs to start setting up ganks.
The battle cry also helping a lot here in the Hellborn's case.
That's for sure.
No TPs just yet. In fact, unless we see a vulnerability portal here, this is going to be a free tower kill. It is. Secondary tower already going down. No resistance put up, basically. They are trying to counter push in the middle lane, hope for some hero kills, but you know they better at least get a tower kill out of this, because again, they just let them have a free tower kill, a secondary tower kill for this. And it looks like they are going to get it unless we see a deny here. Yeah, not going to happen.
Nope.
So at least they do get the tower kill.
A free tower kill there. They're content to just sort of avoid it and make their own game happen, though.
Zai's got to be excited too. He's been playing so much Suicide and everything. I mean, this is a new role for him that he gets to play. You know, a role even.
Yeah, definitely a fresh role is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So Crush here is the Pimp Slayer.
Portal Key Steam Boots 9.5 minutes in.
So like, what do I do with all this gold? This is so easy. It's like, what?
God. Why do they give me Suicide all the time?
Guys, let me carry. Now, Glacius going to be careful before he eats the Silver Bolt to the face.
Yeah, he's looking.
Not going to claim anything.
Not going to happen, though. Fall back. Did get an update, by the way. Too Much Sugar did defeat IG in Game 2. So that series also going to a third game, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a great event here, guys. It's definitely shaping up very nicely, as honestly expected. I mean, we had great teams, 10 great teams invited to this event, and really wouldn't have seen it any other way. So, strong finish here we have. And we're going to see which two teams are going to face off in the finals, again, taking place tomorrow here on HoNcast. The tower is going to be heavily pressured here. The battle cry, the team makeup in general, a lot of push coming. Now, bottom lane, well played by Monkey King. Actually managing to pick off, actually no, wow, what am I saying? Tempest died. I'm sitting here saying, well played Monkey can kill his teammate.
I don't know which layer. The portal key made quick use of it. Yeah. Especially when Tempest is pressuring bottom, and easy clean kill.
So which
so
layer?
Warbeast doesn't actually have any additional items delivered yet. He's got the Abyssal Gold by now.
Oh, look at Monkey King running into danger here. He eventually falls.
There it is. There's the the Abyssal, and Steam Boots sure to follow now as well. So actually, doing pretty damn well. 300 GPM. Scout recovering a bit now too with the top tower push. Just needs those Ghost Marchers so he can go around and be active with his team.
Yeah. There's a lot of gold going around in this game.
There is.
You see the GPM chart for both sides. Everyone is over 200 gold per minute. That's rare to see.
Yeah. Now over 250 on the Hellborn side.
Yeah. That shows you something. I mean, a lot of tower pushing. Obviously, pretty active game here early on.
It's a lot of fighting the creeps and not as much each other. Little bits here and there, though. Definitely in some skirmishes. Towers have been suffering. Witch Slayer. Still has that morph, and yeah, he's doing a great job.
Zai
pelts in those auto attacks and time to disable as well.
And you know, something else to keep in mind, I haven't mentioned this for a little bit now, but there's also the MVP that we have to keep in mind here. I'm actually not 100% sure how that's going to be decided on.
Is it going to be like a straw poll?
I think it might be a community thing, but the MVP will get $100 on top of the overall prize pool, so got to keep in mind players specifically that are doing well, definitely some standout names. Zai, as usual, being a big part, but a lot of people to keep in mind. I don't see. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not the one. I assume Beef will have information on that as far as how we decided. But Pambo was asking if the MVP has to come from the final matchup or not. I would assume no. I mean, Just in
No, it's
general.
MVP of the tournament.
Yeah, having played in the finals, that probably helps, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll give you the spotlight, and if it's a great hole, you better be. Obviously, it's more likely not going to be someone that was in the.
Yeah, that'll probably end up being the case, but again, just a lot of gold. Though going around this game, 13 minutes in. Zai's level 11 now too, so he has that level 2 silver bullet here. He's already being able to dish out, what is that, 650 magic damage. And look at this, they're going to go for Kongor. You got Warbeast, you got Keeper, Warbeast with a double damage rune in fact. This definitely makes sense why they're going for it. They got some good vision, but I think Lion Esports Club knows something's up. Yeah, Monkey King's going to make his way over and actually find all the minions.
I feel like
nice
this
farm out of it.
game is a lot more evenly paced than the other two that we covered in this series.
Definitely agree there.
Definitely totally up in the air right now in terms of you can establish as the advantage. Of course, he's the gold lead. But
oh, here we go. Keeping the forest. Can he get the root off? Will he be able to? No, he will not. He has bursted down. He is not buying back either. There is a vote to pause right after that, so you got to wonder if maybe that has something to do with it. But he ran uphill. He just happened to run right past an electric eye, though. And so that did spot him there, as far as that was concerned. So,
oh, did he? Who DC'd?
Oh, apparently he's saying he might have had a hiccup there. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Riser.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it depends where. I mean, he did run up. He just happened to have an electric eye there, so it's not like I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, I don't think they'd be saying it. It's not like they're asking to go
course.
back and replay. I don't think they're just trying to.
Monkey King is going to actually be turned on there, and not going to happen. Tempest also taking some stalagmites, but E2 is going to be fine. Scout finding.
Oh, look at that quick silver bullet. You're not even
wow.
waiting to.
Didn't even. Yeah, I was watching off to the side.
Completely picks off the Tempest right away. Hanskin had the tower aggro. Zai saw that, capitalized, and but undoes misery.
Look at this too, Witch Slayer. He has a glowstone. You know what that means?
Silver
Possible.
bullet, the Staff of the Master.
Yeah.
Well, Monkey King. Quite solid. I mean, he's going for the shrunken head himself. If you're able to initiate, get someone low.
And it's more damage. I mean,
it is. It still increases the damage on top of the.
And it makes a superior magic. So it's honestly that's pretty good.
Oh, it increases the damage on still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason, when I thought that staff change was put in, I thought it just made it go through shrunken head. Now, see, that's actually really damn solid. Imagine there's a carry here. A lot of times they shrug off their mystic vestments as the game goes on, or they have a portal key shrunken head.
Yeah.
That allows you to still just blast them. And here, like Monkey King, not the highest maximum health. I mean, check out, he has the strength there from the strength steam boots and the mighty blade. Look at that, 1,233.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number that it puts it to. I gotta think it's around 950, even 1,000 magic damage though, and that's superior magic damage.
975 or something. Yeah, something up there.
That's once he gets a level 3 ultimate as well, and again, especially in this case where he is getting the levels and good farm, and definitely it's gonna be fun to see. Scout chasing right here. Aluna's gonna be just out of range though. Gonna be fine. Warby's pushing the bottom lane. He needs to be careful though. You would think he's gotten the information that they're probably coming for him, and he is gonna go for the Homecoming Stone. Oof, that was actually pretty close.
Oh,
timed that just perfect.
Actually, almost, wow. It's almost like an entire new level of it. It's 175 instead of 200. All the other levels are 200. Level 3 of it, it gives you 175 bonus, 1,025 damage. Here's the fight.
Glacia's going to be picked off right here. Oh, is he? Barely stays alive. Going to fall in the end. Torture now with the impalement. He too is in some trouble. Silver bullet in his face, but not enough for the kill, actually. And now Witzer on the run. Monkey King is chasing Tempest as well. There's a big cutoff squad, though, coming out. As we see Scout coming in with his Invis Metamorphosis. Warbeast running back. Going to put in some auto attacks, but just be more of a distraction. Aluna, in the meantime, she is still being chased down. Scout wants to open on her, it looks like. Has Monkey King nearby, so there's the opening. Put in the auto attacks. Going to get stunned, though. And actually, it also slows down Monkey King quite a bit. Is Aluna actually going to make an escape here? No, he's not. Marksman shot. And then Super KG finishing off. Meanwhile, back over here, Torture actually hiding in the forest. He's going to be exposed. We'll get them to fall back in the end.
I like Peter Pan's decision, at least like nuking before he went down. He knew that side was going to be new. He was screwed, so he was up to do as much as I can before I drop. So well played, both sides.
Ends up being a Glacius for a Luna, so really not the biggest deal in the end.
The staff gives the Witch Slayer some durability too as he builds it. 1,500 health here.
Yeah, and we always go back to that too with Staff of the Master. I mean, it's just solid stats too with the health and the mana pool. On top of it being the bonus effect, so
Yeah, I'm just curious. I've never actually... I've not seen the Staff of the Master Witch Slayer used to great effect yet, but I've seen games where I was like, Staff actually could have been good there.
Well, I mean, you look at it. You mentioned Monkey King. Torture is also going for one. You got to think Tempest will eventually be going for one.
Right, so as they initiate, it's not going to be like they're always going to be initiating. So if they try to jump them or if a fight's going on, they have the Shrunken's activated, they cannot feel safe. They have War Beast, able to put out physical damage, doesn't care about the Shrunken Head. On top of that, an upgraded Silver Bullet to...
Which they're actually in a little bit of trouble here. The Invis Torture comes out. Here comes Tempest. Can he get the support in time? Warby's running over, but no, he's just not going to be able to do anything. And Witchslayer falls, so a big pick off for Lions, and look at where they're headed. They're going straight for Kongor? Nope, they're actually going in the middle lane. And going to try to push the secondary tower here with Zai dead currently. He's not buying back either.
No, it doesn't have the capability to, even if he wanted to. It's an important kill onto the highest farmer of the Hellborn team.
Yep, yeah, it still is, even with that death. Might change here, though. Tower is going to fall in the Legion's team favor, and sure enough, it does swing gold momentum as expected. But look at that experience in gold overall, 18.5, 19 minutes in, really. Very, very even. You made the point earlier. This is the most even game out of the three so far, and yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, it really is. Well, if anything, Game 2 was, again, in favor. Both games have been in favor of Lions. But obviously, Game 2 was a crazy comeback by Team USA. So, if anything, that's good news, I would think, for USA. The team, that is. USA. Team USA. It is USA.
Okay.
Wow, I keep saying
right.
USA. It's good for
Common misconception.
Happens all the time, though. Witchslayer, and I wonder with that death too, it's slowing things down. You know, maybe if this was more of a, I'm getting such a great lead, I'm going to go straight for the Staff of the Master. Now things are slowing down. I wonder if Zai might change this up, at least initially. You know, he's got the Mighty Blade that could turn into a Shrunken Head.
Could. I mean, the Glowstone would provide a nice rounded way to gather stats, and the Shrunken Head's better for when you're just straight up initiating and planning on getting it off. We'll have to see what he does. Trust me, I would never be against the Shrunken Head Witchslayer. It's a beautiful pickup. There was a point in Heroes of New Earth history, though, where people would have been flaming you for picking up a Shrunken Head and seeing boots on Witchslayer.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it seemed absurd not to get a tablet. I think it's always been a thing that some players have picked up since the start on, but it's definitely viewed as a more ridiculous build until it actually became the norm.
Yeah.
I've always been a hard supporter of it, and I think it's very solid.
A scout up here. He's actually got a haste rune activated while running with the Vanish. And Pebble's going to be in some trouble because of that. There comes Tempest with a portal key. Pebble's in a lot of trouble. Disarm comes out. Marksman shot he has. Will it even be necessary? Stalagmite stunning Tempest. Not even necessary. Hanskin actually getting credit for the kill right there. The Meteor, it looks like, doing enough work for the actual kill. Middle lane in the meantime, the jump on Glacius, and Witchslayer will actually come through with a free kill right there.
So yeah, not have that pick off be going unpunished there. Glacius left vulnerable and going to capitalize. I feel like Lions has been doing an excellent job of finding those little windows to pick heroes off lately and important targets. They had the Witchslayer, now following up with the Pebbles. That was actually Zai's only death when he got picked off there.
War Beast in some trouble. Elemental Void maybe. He does have it. Will he use it right here? The Marksman shot. Okay, he got the Metamorphosis off, but the Marksman shot doing enough work to actually take him out. Good setup between Scout and Tempest. Obviously, Scout, that's where he's starting to do more and more of that now as this game is progressing. Finding a hero, getting some assistance real quick, and before you know it, they're dead. So, Team USA constantly having to be wary of that now. Team USA, excuse me.
You always screw that up.
I'm just so used to saying USA. I mean, as I said yesterday, though, it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, you do got Zai's from Europe. You got Truff, he does live in Canada, technically. Although he is from USA, yes.
He's living out in Washington.
Just like Team Stay Green, Slicks became...
Yeah, well, Team Stay Green was
from USA.
Miami powerhouse. And, well, the powerhouse was located in Miami.
Yeah.
Although I always considered them sort of an international team. I never really considered them necessarily one region representative.
Oh, you. Oh, you, Oz. Team LION over here on the Legion side. That's true. There's no period, so it's hard to you say them individually with the letters. Anyways, portal key picked up by Keep It the Forest. Okay, he is going the Shrunken Head, it looks like. Warhammer purchase.
For his stats, so it's like, screw this. Definitely the more conventional, safe and powerful pickup, as Initiation typically wins you the game.
Yeah.
That being said, if he does choose to upgrade that later, he does have that glowstone to help him out.
Yeah. Tempest with his own portal key, 1,800 gold saved up. Soul's Bulwark on Monkey King. A little bit of a quiet time here, but look at the golden experience difference continuing to be very, very even between these two teams.
It's not bad. Still a lot of gold in the game when you look at both sides.
Yeah.
Hasn't really tapered off.
Heck, Galatius is the only one right now that's under that 200 GPM mark. And if you look at the others, especially hitting 300 plus on most heroes, really. Definitely shows you where we're at in this game. The Abyssal Skull and Scout. He's going to go over the Ancients right here. May look to even do them. Keep the Forest nearby, but he also has team support with Scout, so should easily clear them up. Top lane, look at this. Pebble's actually pushing in. Look at that, too. Beak going the Lightbrand.
Yeah, straight for the Grimoire.
Yeah, passing up the Shrunken Head first, unlike last game.
Or Demonic as well last game.
Yeah, true.
We've seen him, it just depends on how he feels the pacing of the game, is how squishy the opponents are, what his team needs. My builds are there to be variant. That's the one part of the game that is dynamic. Well, I guess skill builds can somewhat change game to game, but usually they're pretty consistent for most heroes.
Yeah.
My builds are there to be reactive.
Yeah. So Pebbles, we'll use that for now to continue to farm another 1,700 gold saved up. We'll see where he goes from there. He has a haste drink currently bottled, actually. We'll see if he can make use of that. Monkey King solo pushing the top lane. He's going to fall back now, though, so won't find that opportunity here. Warbeast, obviously, he's looking to finish a Shrunken Head himself and actually just gets the Warhammer purchased. So he's going to have that on the way. Torture, I haven't talked too much about Flint's matchup on Torture here. But he is actually coming along pretty nicely. A great build up there, and his own Shrunken Head in the works. A lot of Shrunkens coming out. In fact, Scout also may be working out. Of course, that could be a Brutalizer, actually, with the Mighty Blade on Scout. We do see that frequently, so.
Yeah, but we also do see the Shrunken Head a lot. I mean, usually, I feel like the Shrunken Head's a more likely possibility here. Brutalizer, sure, might be on the board. It's nice for something like a Warbeast, so you can disarm him, you can bash him, but something like a Shrunken Head will allow him to really, really harass him and then they can switch layer.
Oh, Tempest jumping in the elemental point. It does catch Switch Layer. Keeper of the Force was there, but he chose not to really come back in and try to root.
That's no buyback.
Figuring it was basically dead, yeah.
What will they do with it now? Is the question. They're moving straight to the pit, or are they going to take the Ancients in the bottom tower?
They're going bottom, it looks like.
Bottom tower, yeah. So not going to gamble on them potentially resisting the combo attempt, and instead going to take what they know they can get.
Yeah, I guess that was good restraint in the end by Rise there. I mean, he could have definitely rooted right there to stop the Tempest ultimate, but, you know, Witch Slayer was probably dead anyways. So
exactly. To
use that cooldown and not get anything out of it, realistically, you know, that would have just been even worse. So, like I said, having the restraint, what was... Pebbles purchased a mock pattern. Okay, there we go. Sells any buys a Grimoire power in the end. So he does have that now. Assassin Shroud on Monkey King. This is where his damage output starts to get really, really scary. Especially with a good
burst initiation, yeah, sure. Makes that Shrunken Head usage a lot easier too, and they have a harder time finding you at the start of a fight. Get that blink combo on you. Gotta be a lot more careful farming the lanes as well.
Keeper of the Forest scouting things out, but you look at the mini-map and the electric eyes that have started to be placed down spread throughout the map. So Jonas and Fan doing a good job of that on the scout, and actually he does buy a Warhammer, so it looks like he too is going to be going the Shrunken Head route here. So obviously Tempest finishing it. Again, the Witch Slayer, he went the staff, or he went the Shrunken Head himself. I think I'm saying that a lot this game. But still sitting on that glowstone, you would like to think we are going to probably see a Staff of the Master now next. Doubt it's going to be a icon with a goddess. Definitely icon, says Panman, though.
What are you talking about?
On Witch Slayer. He's going to change that into an icon of the goddess instead.
I would hope not. That would be very, very better.
Just think of the ramp. I think that's the one item right now where you're just like, there's no place. There's no place for it.
It's like,
it's just like,
what's the timing?
Oogie. Oogie's the only one okay, maybe. He can make argument for Oogie, I guess. Or Dr. Repulsor. I mean, no, not really him, no.
Not really for Doctor.
Oogie's probably the only one. As we so famously remember.
Look, once again, they were trying to close out that game for the top lane. A lot of people were criticizing, but I thought, for the moment...
I like you're so fast to just bring that out in defense.
People are just like, oh, you should have got Grimoire plus this and this and this. The build-up items helped win the earlier fights, and then even game the team. It's like, well, if you're trying to win the game in a certain time window before he gets us, then you didn't figure you could scale and compete in the late game with him anyway. You're just going for something that'll give you enough tankiness to hopefully win the game at that point. You know, and that's a pet peeve of mine. People are like, oh, why don't you, when you're publisher, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you build for the phase and stage of the game you're trying to conquer, and...
In that case, the icon of the goddess definitely could have made sense. Pebbles is going to jump on Glaciers in the meantime. Here we go in the background. Witch Slayer in the background. The Silver Bullet not used just yet. He does see the Gravestone. There's a Silver Bullet on Torture. Torture doing nothing that fight is where he saw it. He got the trigger it off, but it didn't matter. Now Monkey King, though, he wants some revenge. He will get it on a Witch Slayer right there. Tempest does have an element of going to pull it, Warbies, but there's Keeper of the Forest sitting patiently nearby. Pebbles coming in for the combo as well. Stalagmites that chuck in the air. Monkey King and Tempest all the remarks. Nice side step right there from Monkey King, and Scout is in the chase, but he's not going to be able to get close enough. He will have to vanish in 2 seconds. Gonna use it right there, and that is going to be the end of that. It looks like a 3-for-1. Oh, wow.
Oh. So the Vision Scout trying to man up here. Uh-oh. They still have the Bound Eye on a Luna trying to get him off for another stun.
Yeah.
And it looks like this time he actually is out.
Silver Bullet himself. All right, he's going to be fine in the end. Jeez. Okay, so yeah, you do try to chase. Not able to get the kill, but definitely a 1-5 for Team USA. That started off beautifully for them. Good patience by Riser again, waiting for the Tempest ultimate, and sure enough, canceled it immediately. I have an update on the other game real quickly. It's very early on, but apparently in something like 6-7 minutes. But IG is actually already up 6-0 in hero kills apparently.
So Internet further than that right now.
You think so? Okay.
The actual ticker. Yeah,
he's watching
exactly.
the stream.
It's
Okay.
the actual monitor ticker now too. Even more than that, it's up 10-2.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And in terms of they're actually absolutely decimating this game. They have 3 level 10 heroes. They only have 1 hero even close to that on Too Much Sugar. So
IG on the verge of winning that one. It looks like another gauntlet attempt by Slicks.
That can be a huge uphill battle for them to come back here. Gauntlet, he actually is 0-4. This particular game looks like they really applied that pressure. IG having a Parasite and overall very aggressive lineup.
Again, the winner of that game playing the winner of this one. So it's safe to say our series is a lot more closer in that sense. I mean, that game 3 looks like it already could be running away for IG, but this one, man, I mean, the golden experience. Every time I look up, I keep thinking about, okay, it's finally going to be, no, it's still under 1,000 for both. And we're 31 minutes in here between these two teams. So clearly, again, a case of a very, very even game number 3 after an epic comeback. It truly was. I mean, that's, I honestly didn't think it would even go as far as to say that might even be Honcast's history worthy as far as that game 2 we saw with the comeback, but
it's a bit hard to say. It was a huge comeback though, that's for sure.
It's fun to watch. Keeper of the Forest actually in the top lane in the meantime. No element of void to be used. They have enough locked in as a question. Yes, they do.
They're more than okay. Keeper of the Forest getting picked off there. As he was, you can tell he's getting hungry for his farm as you ever get closer to your item. He's like, oh, I'm close to the rest of this, so I'm going to push it, I'm going to push it, I'm going to push it. Excellent timing there, and we'll see if they can actually force a buyback to slow his farm on top of it. Only thing they can really go for is the top tower right now, so it's not really buyback worthy for Keeper of the Forest unless they decide that's the fight they want to take. I would avoid it, give them what they want for now.
Yeah.
Lane is still pretty decently pushed up.
Witch Slayer's farm has definitely dropped a lot. I mean, he used to be the best farm of the game and still farming very well, but 320 gold per minute now. And actually, they find Calacious with that Invis. They're going to just drop him like it's freaking hot. Except cold in that case. So the pick happens, but I like this. Lion Esports Club say, okay, you got our Glacius. We're going to still push here. Not the biggest deal in the world for us. I'm gonna start
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Right before is not their their window of opportunity. Now Witchslayer, deep on the hunt, doesn't actually have the Bound Eye himself. Like being shrouded in the woods here. Make sure the Witchslayer doesn't get picked off.
Oh, Zai! Zai going man mode here. This is not going to work out in the end, though.
Holy crap, he went far without his team right there.
Well, he probably figured that they were already porting out and everything, so he's like, I'm just going to check to see if I can find any stragglers. And oops, he found the whole team instead.
They found him straggling instead. Without his team, and
oh, wow.
Critical error in this otherwise precarious game.
You do see Lions now looking back at that lead. It actually is starting to grow a little bit for them now. Still not a whole lot, though. Although that tower kill, they've been furthering it as far as where we stand right now. So well played by Lion Esports Club. Going to collapse on the middle end here. We'll see if maybe they can get Warbeast. Oh, he's going to Metamorphosis actually preemptively. He knows something's up.
Yeah, just gonna. Oh, he's TPing out there too. Yep.
Does this?
Oh, the courier. Are they gonna be able to finish it off? They're trying to.
No.
No portal key. No portal key. Why?
Don't
Tempest
get too
is up now. No. Give it all to get that courier.
Look at
They're actually still on it.
They really want this courier. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. Yep. Hey, it works out. Good chase. Look at Luna. She's going right back to base. She's like, oh, really?
Like, do you guys? Can you not like that?
Oh no, Pebbles. Pebbles in a lot of trouble. Disarm comes out. He's gonna go for the TP. Who's porting in?
Oh, there's the snipe.
Whew, yeah, you're right. This time would stop it. Not in time though.
It's one of those times we always talk about. Oh, he should have sniped there. And
yep.
He actually did that time, just a second too late.
Yep.
What was the window? I mean, it's a 1.75 second channel, so yeah, he had to decide within a second there, unfortunately.
Yeah, if he was level 16, he might have actually.
Oh, it would have been easy. Level 15, just a little bit. Maybe had that in his game plan going into it. He would have been ready to do it.
So Pebbles makes a good
play the Conjuro for.
Yep.
Local Monkey King.
Super KGE finishing the half. 475 gold per minute here for Monkey King. Pulled up quite a bit. Look at the, speaking of that, a lot of gold. Hell, this whole game, jeez. Oh, I'm really looking at it. 3,200 on Torture, 1,700 on Scout, 3,000 on Tempest. Yeah, 30, okay, well, he just bought a Shuriken on Pebbles, but 1,800 on Warbeast and 5,100 on Keeper of the Forest. And he spends it right there on a Restoration Stone. We do see Warbeast being chased back, but he's forced to actually Metamorphosis as well as Shrunken Head. Scout also using a Shrunken Head, so kind of a trade-off there, I guess, between the two. But a lot of big items are going to be coming up here, if not already, for both of these teams. Restoration Stone, of course. Restoration Stone, of course, huge.
You're drunk.
I guess so.
You savage.
What did you put in this Gatorade, Pan Man?
Told you to get me Gatorade.
It's all Gatorade. I like the happy juice.
He just doesn't care anymore. He's just he's drinking more of it even after finding out. He's
all right. Conquer attempt. It's happening, but not quick enough. Look at Glacius. Glacius like, come at me. Trying to bait something out here.
He's actually eager to hold this Witchslayer back, and there's the Tempest.
Tempest, not going to void though. He's just putting an auto attacks right now. There's the Elemental Void. Where's the Root coming out? Not just yet. In the meantime, it's going to be full duration. Do they have the damage? Follow-up question. No, they don't just yet. The silence on the Keeper of the Forest. He still has 2 roots to go. Monkey King in the background chasing him down. Tempest will eventually fall, and now Monkey King joins the party. There's the first root coming out though. Monkey King jumping around with that Shrunken Head. The second root's going to come out. This will lock them down. Down goes Torture, and Monkey King is also maybe Genjuro. Genjuro saves the day.
Oh my god.
Scout did pick off Peter Pan, but looks like out to the side in the meantime. Man, look at the top lane too. A lot of damage on the tower. And actually, this could open up Conquer for Team USA though. That's the biggest deal.
Especially if they picked off the Monkey King there. We'll see what he does. Doesn't seem like they're actually going to try to pose a response. Yeah, no, he's healing up, and by the time they're even able to get over there, Conquer will drop. So that could have been a critical game-ending pickoff onto the Monkey King. I mean, maybe not right away, but you know, the momentum they needed to ride down, but still. Gonna get the Kongor kill. Now they have to go back. Obviously, it didn't go ideal for them at the start. Restoration Stone on Keeper. How are they going to deal with it? I mean, they had him silenced, but eventually he got the double roots off, and we saw what it did to them right there.
Yeah, well, the Elemental Void from Handskin, it was beautiful early on, but again, the supporting cast, they were busy elsewhere, distracting Keeper, if anything, you know, doing their own fight, and so obviously as good of an ultimate as it was, it really didn't accomplish a whole lot in the end in that sense. Scout does finish his Brutalizer coming back here, so that's good news there. But this game just continues to be ever so close, man. I mean, still after that fight, without win for Team USA, you could say a victory for them. You still have a gold lead here even for Lion Esports Club, as close as it was even before. Now the Conqueror obviously being a big factor there, but yeah, still fun to look at. A lot more gold again, continuing to be saved up on either side. Look at Tempest, Monkey King, and Torturer specifically. A lot of gold. Pebbles in the meantime in the middle lane, and a lot of trouble right here. Scout with the opening. The Brutalizer proc goes right off the bat. The golden Pebbles is going to be here. Monkey King says, get back in, though. No, nice stun, though. He's going to be fine for now. Not in the end, though. He will finally fall. Glacial Downpour off to the side. Warby so putting in the auto attacks into him. As you mentioned, the snap buyback happening from from Pebbles right there. So Warby's being locked down. He's out of Metamorphosis now. Monkey King putting in the auto attacks. Won't finish him off. There's the root, though, from Keeper of the Force. No Restoration Stone just yet. Both Torturer and Monkey King gonna shrug ahead to run away. Scout's dead throughout this process. Torturer, yes, he is gonna get away.
No Brutalizer.
Yep. And the token of life was destroyed, though.
It was, which is important.
Yes.
Demonic Breastplate now going to be completed by Warbeast, though, which does open up the path of advancement to that Brutalizer. And that's that deadly item combo we talk about. It's the Shrunken Head, the Abyssal, the Demonic Breastplate. It's basically, you know, the Abyssal's is a farming tool, and it's good for the life leech too, but it's that Demonic Breastplate, Shrunken, plus Brutalizer on Warbeast. It seems to let him accomplish the impossible.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've seen huge comebacks in games where he's able to actually achieve those items and getting ever closer here. In a game that's already close, I begin to fear a little bit for the Lion squad. Of course, they do have a Tempest, still capable of big plays, drawing ever closer to his Restoration Stone as well.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely been working towards it for a while now. Has Handskin, not able to get it just yet, but another tower kill in the process for Team USA. So again, if anything, look at the gold difference. -15, -3. I mean, it is just ridiculous how this continues to be so even. Every single time, it seems like we look up at those team stats.
Right, there's like team fights going each side's favor, and still the stats are unmoving.
It's like it's almost broken. So we see over here, Monkey King, he's roaming around with that Genjiro, trying to find an opening, but no one to be found. And instead, we'll continue to clear out the jungle. Scout, again, he got picked off that last fight. There's another case of many of these fights in this game especially, have been several fights going on within the fight, really. Like 2 or 3 different cases, so Scout just got picked off, and that was a big part of it too, but he's already shown that Brutalizer having an impact here early on. Double damage Pebbles in the meantime. Look, 639 max damage when the Battlecry was actually
What the hell? And that's not even it.
Yeah.
Don't forget, it has the Grimoire. The 15%, which you don't even...
More, That's ridiculous. Okay, the war's off right there. Even without it, 311. And that's without any buffs right here.
Yeah, and then...
That's absurd.
Basically 350 with a... Holy crap. It's awesome when you have another hero that can pick up the bulwark for you.
And he's going to buy a Frostfield plate, it looks like.
Like stacking up the armor here. Trying to
go up against that Monkey King and a Scout. Both a lot of physical damage coming out from them. So it makes sense. Look at the bottom lane. Keeper minions and the Hellhounds both here. So the Battlecry's even applied. Going to do some good damage to the tower. At least... yet again, be a distraction here as Torturer is forced to come back. Flensmeister will have to clean that out. Flensmeister very close to his own sheepstick, though. And actually may end up picking it up here as he's going to finish off this next creep wave. So sheepstick is always good. 2,200 gold on Witchslayer. Still wonder. I mean, he's been sitting now on the same items for a while. Zaya's farm completely.
Is he actually going to use the glowstone or is he not?
Yeah. Where are you?
He's been picking people off and landed that ulti before they even have been shrunken headed up. So whether he'll actually wind up doing anything with that or if it was just for the extra buff and the early not troll, but maybe he was initially planning on doing while he was ahead of the curve, as you mentioned.
You got to think now something like that Brutalizer for War Beast is in the works. He has the beautiful item build that you always like to stress. Steam Boots shrunken, demonic into the Brutalizer. It's a coming.
Yeah.
Trump does
There's
that
a
here.
skull there for that life leech insurance, as well as the early game presence.
Hellflower and Monkey King.
Ooh, big.
Yeah.
I'm liking. They got the sheep stick. They got the hellflower, preventing them from getting the shrunken heads off. Or, you look at the keeper of the forest, and that's where it might be the solution they're looking for.
Yep. And there's the really big item that they wanted: Restoration Stone and Tempest.
Yeah.
Double Tempest
Timings are
ultimate
getting
threat.
crazy. Now the only thing they're looking for on the Hellborn side, Frostfield plate's nice, but the Brutalizer and War Beast is a game changer. Pretty much that, and they're good to go. Clash of the Titans going to be taking off here soon.
We forgot Staff of the Master and Witch there also big. Needs it.
Yes.
There's 4 shrunken heads here,
Tactical
man.
pause. No, I'm not saying it can't be good. I was honestly just kind of doing a trolly silence there.
Of course.
I'm just curious to see what he does, that's all.
Yeah. Where will Zai go? Who knows? Monkey King, again, continuing to roam around, trying to find an opportunity. Can't find it here, especially now with the Hellflower. He definitely could pick up solo kills here. Pebbles doing the same thing at the bottom lane. See that Battle Cry constantly being buffed. Hitting upwards of 350 damage when he has that Battle Cry buff on him. That's just with that. 23 more 100 gold on Scout. So Scout's even going to manage to get a next tier of item here with that Brutalizer already finished. And you're looking towards something like maybe even a Savage Mace now, more just raw damage. Next in line here.
I always love watching illusions to see how different people react to an illusion. So I
Yeah.
just see people stumble upon one, they're like,
Ulti,
they don't
ulti.
even need to think, and they're just like, that's an illusion. Some of the people are like, oh my god, and they like run. Some of the people
Gives
go and they
everything.
just like, yeah, blow the restoration stone on it. Kill it now. Peter Pan Dam was not phased. He's like, really Scout illusion.
Yeah.
You want to do this with me?
Bring it on. That's a real Pebbles down here. He's continuing to push it up, but will start to fall back now. Scout is going to clean up that farm. Kongor, I got to think he's of interest for both of these teams next. I don't know the exact time, but probably soon. Be seeing that Kongor popping back up, and we've casted so many games. I want to say this would be the 3rd Kongor kill. The next one should be the 3rd one, I believe. Actually, it might be the 2nd one. Maybe they've only had one. Oh no, we'll have to wait and see. What just happened? What was purchased? Something on this guy. Oh, that's a bound eye. So the Frostfield play finish, and that's, I think, it. That was big.
Tell you what I can say for that'd be a great. The buyback.
Yeah. That too. B-Kid's the only one to use a buyback so far.
That's actually true. In the entire game.
I wasn't lying. It is a true statement.
You're a truth sayer. And Warbeast also has the gold to get his Brutalizer. I don't think he's saving for buyback there. And
Yeah.
he knows how important of an item that is for the hero. He's going for something like raw damage like a Savage. I mean, that is a route. I would expect the Brutalizer, though.
We talk about Vanish on Scout with the regen rune. How about Torment when Torture with the regen rune? It also works the same way. Keep that on until you actually get hit. He actually goes back to base and buys a portal key right there with Torture, speaking of him.
Yeah, see, the
jump
portal
change
key just
now.
enhances the capabilities of his Shrunken Head and his Sheepstick.
Yeah.
Bring it up a lot, but when you have an item like a portal key, it allows it so you don't get initiated on, so you're actually able to get that blink shrunken off before they're able to disable you, and then the blink sheep to catch them off before they get their shrunkens off is very important as well. So now that there's a lot of blinks on both sides, portal keys becomes a lot more of a reactions.
See, group's going to be cleared out here in the jungle. Again, a confrontation. Neither team looking to do so right now. Both are pretty content on keeping the farm going, but as I've been doing this whole game, glancing up at that team stats, and it's starting to swing now back in favor of Lion Esports Club again. But actually probably the biggest lead this whole game, honestly. 4,000 gold lead, 6,000 experience lead. Of course, as we're getting later on, it does skew quite a bit, but still. About 48 minutes in, there's Kongor. And here we go. Oh, the jump onto a Luna, actually. Not your prime target necessarily, but they are going to pick off a Luna right off the bat. Here comes Warbeast, though, running back in. He still doesn't have a Brutalizer, by the way, but he's going to go into Torture. Witch there with the Sheep as well. Witch is completely silenced, so the Hellfire locking him down, and now Warbeast is completely locked down. He will fall to Lion Esports Club, a 3-for-0 exchange. Who's bought back? Witch Slayer bought back, but they already got the 3-for-0. They could now try to clean up Kongor themselves. Warbeast does have a buyback.
How about that jump, though? I mean, they didn't use Elemental Void. They still have the Restoration, so they still have 2 volleys of it. In terms of major cooldowns of what you're looking at, Glacius Ultimate? Give me a break. That
ain't nothing.
I think that was what Lions was obviously looking for.
Yeah.
From here. No response to the Kongor attempt. That may have been the final blow to Team USA.
Is it? I mean, we'll see. Kongor is going to be just a token. Yeah, okay, so it is just a token. That was a second Kongor kill.
It's a lot, though.
Yep, Demonic Breastplate also finished on Monkey King. Like I said, though, Warbeast, he chose not to use his money before that fight. He's been sitting on all that gold. He could have gotten the Brutalizer, but...
I don't know if that would have been the difference maker.
Yeah.
Just based on how they initiated, I think was the biggest sign.
Witch Slayer does buy a Void Talisman, by the way. So he's not using that glowstone yet in terms of turning it into an item. Oh, Pebbles got greedy there. He went in for the creeps. Here comes the counters. The Shrunken Heads are up. Witch Slayer, only so much you can do with all those Shrunken Heads. The auto attack damage going to be enough with the impalement and everything else. The Torment also doing work. Man,
Final
Beacon.
Buyback for Beacon's going to happen right here.
He has to. No choice.
Yeah.
This
here
could be the
how
game.
Things go off. Luna. Did she actually... What happened with the snipe there? I missed it.
It hit her, I think.
It hit her.
She's just pretty tanky, though. I mean, she had the Nature's Veil.
Level 3 snipe. Did she dodge it with Deja? No.
I don't
Maybe
think
it hit
so.
her. She's, yeah.
Monkey King. There is no buyback yet. I mean, the tower falls. He hasn't done it just yet. Warby's going to be jumped. There's a buyback. They're waiting for the prime time. Still, Pebbles not going in. Warby's going to be locked. Look at the Tempest ultimate just in case. He still has a second one to use, remember. Pebbles will jump in on a Scout right there. So Scout's being locked down, dropping about half-life. We do see Hanskin in the background still waiting for that opportunity. Torture also being locked down. He too will fall. And so Team USA fighting strong at their base right here. And they are going to ultimately get Lion Esports Club to fall back. They'll get the Glacius as well. Ends up being a double tap for Warbeast there in the end. So they hold them off, and they do fight back.
Yeah, a lot of solid pickoffs. Warbeast still in range to pick up that Brutalizer if he needs to. Only one buyback left. Beacon out of buybacks. In the end, it's looking at his Scout that has 6,500 gold saved off along with both buybacks, so they pressure the base. They're not going to be necessarily worried about losing anything, but still doing a great job of holding him off without losing any racks, and still able to take the game back if they find the right angle.
Oh, yeah. Hell, after what happened last game, this game ain't over by a long shot. At all, can Complexity pull back-to-back comeback games? You definitely consider this one a pretty big comeback as well. Here we go. Initiation going to be on Tempest. Tempest will fall right off the bat. He did not even Restoration Stone just yet. Monkey King also going to be locked down. Torture jumps in, though. Scott is also here. A lot of spread damage coming out. Aluna is going to end up falling. Now, Dust was applied, so just in case. Keeper of the Force, Root going out right there. Only it's a couple. There's the Restoration Stone. There's the Tempest Ultimate. And pulls in Pebbles. There's the second Keeper Root, though. Well played. Good mind games coming out right there. Riser does ultimately get it off, but Pebbles is still being locked down. Can they save him? Can they save him? No, they cannot. The lockdown is just too strong. And in the end, Lion Esports Club fights back and will get Team USA to fall back themselves. And actually, they're going to go straight for the base here, it looks like.
Yeah, and he had the Brutalizer. He has the Brutalizer picked up on Warbeast. Pebbles out of buyback, so it's 60 seconds. I don't think they'll have enough.
He's not coming back. They really need him here. And you got Warbeast with that Brutalizer, as you mentioned, but we're going to need to coordinate this very, very effectively. Now, Torture's not here, so this isn't the full team, really.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And actually, the Silver Bullet doesn't even kill Glacius, and Ozai's going to get returned on. Oh, man. That was just silly.
That was it for Zai. buybacks there. Now they're looking to convert it. Get a second tower, second set of racks. Very little complexity, a.k.a. Team USA, sorry. It's the former complexity squad. Say or do about it.
Warbeast, he has to metamorph. Oh, he doesn't even have it. 6 more seconds.
Yeah.
He's putting in some auto attacks regular. But Metamorphosis is going to be up right here. Will he use it and when? Keeper the Force has a root not coming up for another 35 seconds. And they're going to fall back. Tempest actually goes back and says, I don't want to wait. He goes in, puts the stuns out, but not going to be able to get the supporting cast. And actually Pebbles a big counter. Tackles Tempest. Monkey King's actually flying around. He may fall. He's still alive. No, he will fall in the end. Torturer dies to the side. I don't know about the decision, man. I mean...
Yeah, they definitely need to. They could have just gone out. And
oh no! And Monkey King actually, he's gonna fall too.
Taking necessary death. They had a surplus of gold. They could have closed the game out gracefully instead.
Well,
could make it a little bit more interesting for us.
I guess so. I'm not complaining, but okay.
G wins.
About that, yeah. Internet Gangsters does defeat Too Much Sugar. It sounds like 2-1. So they're going to be waiting in the finals now. Of course, which takes place tomorrow here on HoNcast. And they play the winner of the series. And you'd like to think Lion Esports Club, well, they are in the favorite, but still, if anything right there, giving some, once again, hope to Team USA. Team USA. Scout is trying to be a little craftier. He needs a homecoming stone, that's why. Okay, so he's going to buy one there.
Go back to fighting creeps.
There are buybacks on everyone here, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. They're counter-pushing. Team USA going to give it another go here.
God, that was a 900 damage snipe. Yeah. Frickin' Pebbles.
A lot of damage. There's a tower kill. Scout jumps in. The Warbeast being locked down. He gets stricken off though. Metamorphosis going straight for Torturer with those auto attacks, but he too is being locked down by auto attacks with the Brutalizer procs. He wants to kill Torturer. He will kill him, but he dies in the process. Witchslayer also being locked down. He gets up as much damage as possible. Not going to be enough though. Keeper the Force root going out right there. Tempest ultimate. It's going to go off. It will catch Pebbles actually, and Keeper does not have a second root. A good full duration going off there. They get the kill on a Pebbles. A Luna is also going to fall. And that should do it right there. You see the base also being heavily pressured in the process.
Yeah, no buybacks.
See the
no
GGs
buybacks
finally.
There. Warbeast is down for the count. So is Witchslayer. So is Pebbles. It'd be up to a Luna and a Keeper of the Forest who has a Restoration Stone for a root. But unless this is the best freaking Luna in the world, and then which I'm not saying it is, it might be, but and then 10 times more.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Sell this item to buy Doomringer.
Yeah, unless basically the entire Legion team commits suicide.
We're going to see mega creeps here. Team USA fighting to the end, man. They are fighting to the bitter end here. But obviously Lion Esports Club, they just said, you know, we can go straight for your shrine, and what are you going to do about it? Warbeast is going to be up in time. The GG's already coming out. That should do it. Game number 3 is going to be going to Lion Esports Club, ladies and gentlemen, as they take out Team USA. And so they do come through in the end, but man, Team USA made it a hell of a run. They worked very difficult.
Yeah, they worked hard. Lions worked harder. In the end, Super KG going with that Monkey King pick again in the Game 3. Not letting it phase them that their lineup didn't quite work out. Of course, Hans is a drafter, but they didn't get phased by the fact that the lineup didn't quite work out in Game 2. They knew that they got lucky to make that epic comeback and pushed it again. It was a very close Game 3, though. A lot of back and forth.
Yeah. Man, the comeback in Game 2, it seemed like USA, Team USA right there, might have been able to come back even in Game 3. Talk about back-to-back epic comebacks.
A little bit, yeah. It seemed like there might be a chance.
Was a chance, not enough, though. Lion Esports Club fighting strong and deservingly so, taking the series 2-1. So that does set up our finals for tomorrow here in the HoN Invitational. Lion Esports Club going to be taking on Internet Gangsters in a best-of-3. That's going to be a blast, man. That's going to be a lot of fun to cast that one. That, of course, kicks off tomorrow. It'll be a straight-up best-of-3. That is going to start at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time. So, again, just to clarify on that, it did get bumped up. The initial schedule did say it was going to be 2 hours later, but they decided to make it the regular time instead. So that's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern, 1800 Central European Time. The same time that we've been starting all these days is the best way to look at it. So There you go. We have it
Well,
set up, and it's been a fun event. It's going to come to a
Yeah, it's
conclusion,
gonna
though.
be two great teams. It's been a while since it was a little bit where we weren't able to cast lines because they stepped out for one of the tourneys. I think it was the Ultimate Panel they didn't get to participate in. And then on top of that, IG off the scene for a while because we mentioned before, they had forfeited one of the events. They were busy. They had internet issues, what have you. Now we can see them in full strength in the finals here tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun to watch that series. Also, another bit of incentive, perhaps, is it will be your final cast here on HoNcast, at least for now.
Will be everyone.
Who knows what the future holds?
Do not like to deal indefinites ever. I take everything day by day.
Exactly.
Well,
So
hopefully, there'll be podcasts and other ways to say hello and
I'm
stay
sure
involved
there will.
and give you guys correspondence.
I'm sure there will. So, but tomorrow they're going to be last cast at least here in studio for at least now. So again, definitely another reason to tune in. But also just a great finals matchup: Internet Gangsters versus Lion Esports Club. It's